Hello. Welcome to the weekly review.
Hi.
um, do you want me to say what a weekly review is?
Yes, please.
Okay. A weekly review is that special time in our week's life when we are going to sit down and not do work, but think about our work and our commitments and our things and decide if we're still going to do them and clear the decks and review things and make our task list not make us want to crawl in a hole and hide, and if we can, and
If possible.
and look over our calendars and whatever things help you feel slightly less trampled by your world. That's what we're looking for.
Trampled by your world. Nice.
I was thinking of on top of your world, and then I realized that for a lot of us that is not a realistic standard, and I changed it.
Yes, this is accurate. Good.
Colleen,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any intentions for your weekly review?
I do. I spent the morning before I got up out of bed in a very Brittany-like attitude. I was writing a shortcut. Yeah.
Mm.
And I even got it to like do the date how I wanted it. And like, yeah, I worked hard at it and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't like saving, and then I figured it out. And um yeah, it was pretty cool. Because like generating the skeleton of a to-do list is something that shortcuts is eminently suited for.
Yeah, it is.
So I have my this thing that I've told you I've stolen from my client, the queer agenda, as this client put it, where you have a 7 different things that you do throughout your week, and you, in theory, alliterate them. So today is Towels Tuesday for me, and I don't really have like towels per se, but I just folded whatever was clean and put that away. And I have that in my list on the guild server. Um, and I even like I set it up the way that you suggested, Brittany, where I have like the menu, like what day of the week is it? Okay, it's Tuesday, and then it generates that the Tuesday's content, and I pick a different emoji convention for each day of the week so that it would switch it up, and I wouldn't have to pick. Um, yeah, so it's pretty nifty. So that is part of my goals system setup, and I would like to continue and preferably finish that because I'm working on that here and there for 4 days. Last night I didn't get my thinking time during Sesame Street because I decided to cuddle with people during Sesame Street because I feel like that was the move.
That reminds me of one of the David Allen quotes for GTD of what we're really trying to do here is feel good about what we're not doing and the decisions we
Mm-hmm.
make in the moment.
That is really, really what this is doing for me. Um, and the schedule system setup that I enacted a handful of days ago has been really, really working. And
Yay!
it gotten our routines faster. It's gotten sleep better. Um, yeah, it's been really, 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 really working.
Yay!
The thing that I want more than anything is to feel like, yeah, like I'm confident in doing the thing that I'm doing, and to not have a bunch of options, right? Like that's one of the
Mhm.
things that GTD in theory does, is that you don't have prioritization per se, but you go, okay, how much time do I have? Like, how much energy do I have? And then you have like 3 things to pick from throughout that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it, especially because it's narrowed choices. Um,
that's right.
I forgot we should have said at the start we had some scheduling notes today, and also that this is
Right.
intended as a weekly review for neurodiverse folks, and so that is one of the reasons that I wanted to make it realistic feeling. I don't know about
Mm-hmm.
anybody else, but we are currently um, trapped in ice.
Mm-hmm.
if there were an emergency, we could get out and drive very, very slowly and try to be very carefully, but it is not safe. So to do so frivolously. So that's a thing that a lot of people local to me are dealing with.
People here are dealing with like an average Canadian winter. So
right, but it's also like I'm really appreciating how much more I wish this were snow, because they're not the same.
no, we don't have ice here. We only have snow. Yeah,
Right.
and ice can be
sucks
an
a lot
average
more.
Canadian winter, but yeah, the thing that is weird about this is an average Canadian winter weather right now, and it's been like October weather for 2 months, and it's going to go back to
Weird.
October weather at the end of this month.
I'd give so much for October weather.
I know. So those are my intentions. Finish my goal set up. I have a whole bunch of notes. I'm excited to do that. I actually have notes where I was writing notes where somebody could get access to me. I'm just looking it over to make sure it's not anything sensitive. And my little toddler requested hand drawing. So I've got those there. I thought, no, I'm going to write on that. Wait. I can on one side and then on the other, and it'll be there forever. So, what are your intentions, Brittany, since you are like sort of shivering in place?
I'm not actually shivering. We have electricity and heat. But we do need to say our programming notes, which is that this is
right. Sorry, yes.
My last weekly review before maternity leave. If I show up, it will be because I will benefit from it and I have the energy and resources to make good use of it. So that's a solid maybe, but almost certainly not next week. Unless things have gone very badly because this hospital got so far behind, which has occurred to me, and I do not like this idea. Because of ice. God. Yeah. Yep. But assuming I will not be here, there's that programming note, and Colleen has another programming note.
Yes. So going forward, we are going to be the same time of day. And let me just pull up my calendar to make sure I say the correct thing. And we will be hopefully scheduling them accordingly. We might not be because reasons. I'm going to be driving home from a thing that I'm taking my eldest to at the time we're usually starting. So I'm bumping it by 15 minutes. So we'll start about 15 minutes past this usual time. Things might go awry, but I think that I have left enough of a buffer, but I knew that it would be a big crunch to try and show up on the dot of the hour. So same time, same day, 15 minutes later. And given that our audience is largely ADHD folks, I don't know that people would notice the difference. But just in case somebody's like, I was here on the dot and you're not, that is why, folks. That will be for a couple of months. And then in March, it will probably go back to the usual time. Probably. At which point you will be probably back unless something is not functioning as it should.
Right. Plan is to be back. And so that's 9/15 through February.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I know you told me before, but February doesn't exist in my brain because
no, it does not.
I plan to be in a haze of new parent.
Yep.
So, but March does exist for me.
Good. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, you basically are just going to blurp and then March will exist. Yeah.
I mean, I may come in and do the odd review because it may benefit me, but
yeah.
Also, we may not have it as a pre-scheduled event.
Yes.
It would appear spontaneous, even though we have scheduled it. It's just that back end stuff I have on automation and Colleen does not. And having it set up for them is not worth the effort for 6 weeks.
Plus, PC. So
Right. Figuring out how you can do some macros on a PC. I just don't know how.
Yeah. And me trying to learn that for 6 weeks is like, no.
No, no. So that back end stuff that I usually do, setting it up and stuff, probably just won't have it on. So,
Yep.
but you can look for it, and Colleen will show up about 15 after.
Yep. Yep. And I'll be happy to have you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the idea. So now intentions.
Now intentions. So I have a couple things I need to clear the decks on, that are tasks things that I just need to clear the decks on.
Right.
Some 2-minute actions. And then what I really, really, really want, I will do a calendar review because that's always a good idea, even though my calendar kind of ends soon. Can I skywalk for a second?
No, shut up. Yes, go ahead.
So my induction could have been scheduled last Wednesday, but I figured they were going to have me wait till Thursday because that's when I had an appointment. I can deal with that. So we get in there and she's talking about, I was like, yes, I would like to do this as early as possible because I have nephews who I would like to meet their cousin before they have to fly home. And that will be in town. And I was like, I would like it as soon as possible because what's one day? Anyway, so she's like, we can't do it early. She'll call you tomorrow about it. So tomorrow, Friday comes and it's 4:00 and I realized nobody has contacted me about scheduling this thing that could have been scheduled 2 days ago because all they needed for me was as early as possible. You don't need my consent, just schedule it. And I never heard from them. And now the office is extra closed for ICE and they have all these appointments to make up. And I could have had it scheduled already. And since it's not scheduled, I'm lower priority and I'm very cranky about this.
And other people who have not been following along at home, this is unfortunately typical of the time management. I'm going to say it, of this office. And it's like, oh dear, could you not be that way?
Well, it is just a lack of understanding that other people care about their schedules. Like,
yeah.
My favorite one was when I came in and they were like, oh yeah, so you actually have 3 appointments and they're all really separated. I was like, I have a client after this. Fortunately, I had a window in between, but like, you don't tell me this till I show up?
Yeah. Not everyone is a, non-breadwinning homemaker who has an entirely flexible schedule who is a pregnant person. That's not a universal experience.
And I'm just like, and I guess like if you have a normal 9-to-5 job, you just tell your boss you're going to be a little bit late, but that is not my job. So
no,
my job is incredibly reliant on calendars, and I have been a pain in the butt making sure people know this from the start. I was like, no, everything we can schedule out, I want to schedule out as soon as possible.
Yep.
Anyway,
yep.
I can handle babies being late because babies are late. Like I can handle that. Because somebody couldn't schedule something makes me crankier. Anyway.
I know.
Anyway, so that's my skywalk. Anyway, if you are joining us and would like to share your intentions whenever you can, we would love to hear them. Our regular contributor has texted me that they will be running a little late. But other than that, I think, are we ready to like review and stuff?
That's fair. I think I am. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I still don't have my other device connected because, I almost shared our other shared document instead, which is our journeyman meeting notes. Oh, there's your great note.
Thank you. It's all shiny and stuff.
It was in case we forgot by the time we got to this point. It was a really good backup. I want you to work. Okay.
I want you to work, please. I want you to work, please.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Thank you. I'm the Weird Al of the stream today.
Okay, let's do it. So
Did you know I have a friend, a D&D friend, who bears almost a better resemblance to Weird Al than the person who played him in the movie? Like,
The person who
I
played him
should
in the
send
movie
you a
doesn't look anything
picture.
like him.
I thought they did a pretty good job.
Okay.
He looks
I
more
didn't
like
actually
Harry
see it.
Potter. So
Looks very much like Harry Potter.
a lot. Like, anyway. Anyway, actually, well, I mean, it depends how nerdy we're going to get, cause you know, if you're talking about like movie Potter versus book Potter, then it's really different.
They are very different things, yeah. And I know where I land on that as a general rule.
We should stop talking about that because
Dangerous fandoms, yes. Let's veer away from dangerous fandoms.
Sensitive material. Plus, we're supposed to be reviewing in
Hey, hey, Barry
what?
Sweet, welcome. If you
Hello,
who is attending for the first time to get a feel for what we're doing,
hey,
if
nice.
you have anything you want to declare, feel free. But it's also totally okay just to lurk. What we often do is we're just literally working on our own reviews. And the reason I pop up what we're working on as a document instead of our screens is because we have client information on our screens. And so just to play it safe, we have this up, but we want to include it. And part of our reasons were we wanted examples of real, actual neurodivergent weekly reviews when we were starting our GTD process and a time and place to do it. And so this is a time and place to do it. We tend to update as as the universe moves us / as our focus goes. And sometimes we're just working for a while and sometimes we're rambling and our feelings are not hurt if you mute. Because we sometimes mute each other.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I wonder if I can get my music working because it's been weirdly not working on lately. Even when the internet is okay, like so far.
And yeah, and we do take breaks periodically because, well, if I don't take breaks, I can't focus, or I'll run out of juice faster. And I normally have a timer, but aforementioned timer app is not working. Gosh, that's a thing I'd love to do. Let's fix that.
It's not as bad as it used to be, but
oh, cool! I just got a reminder for my appointment on Friday.
Oh.
Jeez. I don't want to look at my inbox.
That's a mood.
I really don't. Oh. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I removed my lunch from my calendar prematurely. Huh.
Okay,
I think
so
I'm going
for
to swap
each
and just do my
goal,
calendar view.
I think I need a bunch of things.
Okay, I am just not going to fight with my brain on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, I'm going to look at this upcoming week because that's what it wants to do. And that is a complete, perfectly cromulent weekly review activity. So I'm just going to go with it. And even though it is not visible, I do have my calendar or my timer running. Gosh, I kind of want to fix that right now too. Wow. The ADHD is strong with this one today.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so there's 3 parts, I think, of my goals in general. I think that any goals kind of have this, any goal system, where I'm going to know to do it when whatever frequency it is, because I'm going to do yearly, once every 5.5 weeks, and then weekly, and then daily. So 4. So where's the reminder for me to actually make the goals, where they're going to live after they're made for the duration that they're going to be managed, and then my reminder to review them on a regular basis. Beginning, middle, and end. Sort of.
Why 5.5 weeks?
Because that's approximately the duration between each of the Wheel of the Year pagan holidays. So Imbolc, Ostara, Beltane, Litha, Lammas. There's an autumn one, which I didn't really vibe with. So I'm doing Hausteblot, which is a heathen one. And then Samhain and Yule. And it's approximately 5.5 weeks in between each of those, approximately.
Okay, so that'll help you prepare for the holidays?
Not for the holidays themselves, because I don't really have time for that, but it's just it's basically what is it? It's like once every half quarter, if you want to talk. No. Is that it? Yeah, once every half quarter, if you want to talk corporate terms. But I didn't want to do corporate terms, so I just broke it up like the pagan calendar.
Okay.
Which is not ancient in any way. It was invented in the 70s. But still, these holidays were invented in the 70s, but the Wheel of the Year concept was apparently invented by a white guy in the 70s, as was everything. So,
well, there are a few things that predate the 70s, but yeah.
No, there aren't. No. Everything was perfectly fine and nothing existed, and then white people burned everything in the 70s. That's the history of the universe. I don't know what to tell you. I
feel like white people might have ruined something before
I don't really believe that. There are many people who identify as male who are in fact white that are perfectly fine. I'm being very sarcastic and joking. But right now I'm technically should be working on my goals for Imbolc, up until Imbolc, I should say. But I'm not, because I don't have a good system for goals, and that's why we're here.
Okay.
And I also want to know how store conceptual instructions. I think there was something else. Morgan, I can't show your face on the stream, and plus you're naked, mostly. So can you please go back to Daddy? No. Thank you for my pen. Can you go back to Daddy, please? I think Daddy could give you a crunchy cheese and some raisins. Let's go for crunchy cheese and raisins. I will see you later. I was literally just thinking, oh, it's a good thing that the kids are not invading me a lot. So. And then the Fire Nation attacked.
I have the wobbly keyboard again because the other one is broken.
Man, I'm having such a hard time getting this all in my head, like all in one sort of like visual in my head. I just can't. It just seems like it's everywhere. I feel like a classic ADHD person where I have like a random note on a receipt over here, and I have like half a concept from a lecture I sort of half heard on a podcast over there, and like it is just peak ADHD with this. My autism has yet to enter the building. Yes.
Do you have a bigger space that you could sketch it out on?
I don't really. Oh, I keep trying to be like, okay, I'll just sketch it all out in one place, and I keep failing. That's what I was trying to do here. Like, what are all the things that I need? And I I feel like I keep thinking, oh wait, because I had something else somewhere else. It's driving me bonkers.
Aw. Okay, I am
Is it
writing
kind of
on
cute watching me
here.
struggle like an classic ADHD when usually my autism takes the wheel?
Um, I think I don't think cute's the right word. Identifiable, like it
Mm.
feels very comfortable to me
Ah, okay.
because I have a higher percentage of my clients than yours are not on the spectrum.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for anybody new, we're both ADHD coaches.
Yes.
Hi,
As
welcome.
our video to the effect proclaimed.
We're
Okay.
ADHD coaches.
Very interesting tone of voice. Okay. Yeah, I just keep
Um,
writing the same garbage over and over and it doesn't enter my brain. Okay. All right. Let's try and do this different. Let's try and do this different. We're going
what else do
to
I need to do?
okay, that's the new note. Goals. Wide angle lens. That is you can enter in the title. That doesn't make any sense. You don't want a new line in the title? That's bizarre. Okay. Okay, how many times can you do that? Dude, that's like a hack. Google Keep hack. Okay, I'm gonna stow that for later.
I have a confession since I don't think my mom was watching this.
Okay.
I need to clean out my car and sell it. Um, and
Your mom
even though
can't
I've been
possibly know that?
at home and theoretically could, it is so stinking cold in our uninsulated garage where that car is. I just cannot bring myself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It was good to get that off my chest.
Good.
Table. I have a bunch of things that are like, I am almost done with making this space feel clean. And if I don't finish it, my brain will just think it's disorganized and not keep it clean.
Yeah.
And so, like, just these tiny, like, probably 6 total items in the baby's room, like 10 in the bedroom. Um, I just need to, like, so I'm making a list of those. Which yes was inspired by my calendar, which is why I'm doing it while the thing is marked review
Mm-hmm.
calendar. Um, and these are going in there. I probably should do. Um, I should probably do a little breathing practice. Okay, I'm just so close to having these rooms be cleaned out. It hurts us precious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I am going to post this daily task list to the ADHD Guild with my fancy little shortcut. I have to email 2 people named Nikki today.
Hmm.
Ooh, hey. Got a little buddy wiggling.
Yep. Okay.
Oh. No. Thank you. Oh, that's the other admin task I need to do.
Good. Okay.
Tell. Hey, folks, just joining. If you have anything to declare or brag about, feel free to put it in the chat. Otherwise, good luck to all of us in our attempts to review things. Yeah, I really need to do those today. Oh, sad. My dad keeps having his canceled appointments still in the calendar.
Ugh.
But it also really sucks that his flights keep getting canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really need to see this calendar less cluttered than it is right now. Oh. Hmm. At least my dad has family he's staying with instead of like being stuck in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, you know, it's weird.
Mm.
So my appointments that are like with other people and hard and fast are in red. And I only have one thing in red next week. which is funny because I'm almost certain I actually will not be at the stream next week, no matter what, but it is still there in case I wanted to do it. And I'm pretty sure I won't want to do anything else. So, oh, I would like you to delete. So yeah, looking at this stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, none of these things are for me, except maybe the stream. Oh, gosh, can you imagine if I have not gone to the hospital next Tuesday?
I'm gonna not imagine it.
Let's not. That is not a thing. I know that one's not a thing. I'm noticing I'm having some resistance to deleting a few of these. But I am feeling better about. Oh, another thing I really want to do today is review my pre-infant tasks. And make sure I'm in a good spot with those. All right. I've reviewed this coming week. I feel pretty good about it. Why? Why do we have 2 ADHD education time tasks in our co-working calendar?
I have no idea.
I'm just going to delete one of them because it's like 5 appointments wide instead of 4 appointments wide, which is significantly less legible. Excuse me.
I'm having a hard time figuring out where projects fit in to my goals, like flow, because
Like hierarchically, or
yes, like hierarchically, like yearly goals are then broken down into the 5.5 weeks, which are broken down into the weekly, which are broken down into the daily. And I just don't understand how projects fit in there. I understand what mechanism projects have in my system, but not in this hierarchy of goals. And I wonder if it's
you mean within the time frame?
Not within the time frame. I mean, but sort of. But yeah, just I'm just, this is something I'm really getting stuck on.
For me, projects are usually under goals, like so goals and then projects in that hierarchy. But because projects are all different, I don't know that they can be within or specifically without the 5.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time for me to take a break.
Okay.
We'll wrap
I'll
up.
sit here and just have steam come out my ears by myself.
Yeah, good times. I need to decide what happens when I come back.
Okay. I think that it might be that projects are just a way to house, like store and house and translate goals into a daily task list. I think that's what it is for me. It's not like a hierarchical or a time-based thing, really. It's about a mechanism for generating tasks that can be done on the daily list that then support that. So I think what I need is whenever I create a project, I want to know what goal it is serving, which means that my project template is getting bigger. So, date started, description, what goal
All right, I shall see you momentarily.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that is good. Yeah, that's good. I think that's going to work for me because everybody has different definitions of this: goal, project, task list, deadline, everything, aim. Right? Everybody has a different different. This is all about me because I did some googling and what Brittany said. Both of them were like, yes, okay, and like I had to figure. I think I figured it out. I think I figured out what I need this to be. So reference, yeah, and one of the things that I really wanted to do is have like a continuum. Like I need to understand when I make a daily task list and I have something on there that's like not just maintenance, not just I fold clothes because we wear clothes and we do laundry. Like if it's something that is non-recurring, I'm doing it, I really want to know what project is this for, and therefore what goal is this serving, small term, and then what goal is that serving long term. I want to be able to draw a direct line, almost like a skills tree in a game, right? Where I'm like, okay, I cast this spell or I swung my sword, and that I do that because of this decision-making path that I chose. That's what I need. And I think I can do that without making it so overly complicated that it's a burdensome system to try and manage, because that's the main thing for the neurodiverse. Because I mean, even me who enjoys doing this, eventually it will become burdensome and I will not engage with it. So it has to be detailed enough that it gives me the information that I need, especially in order to review it. And it has to be simplistic enough that it is not a burden on me to manage. So, yeah, I think that does it. Review, calendar, do calendar commitments when defining any level of goal. So like, it wouldn't be reasonable for me to say, I'm going to be in a theatrical production this year because my kids are respectively 4 and 2. For me and my commitments, that's just not reasonable. So when I'm making yearly goals, it's like, well, that's out. As much as I cannot express to you how sad that is, I would really prefer it to be the case that my life can contain being a theatrical production right now. But alas. Yeah. I think that's in there. Okay, I think I have these are notes on where am I going to have the reminders and the okay. So let's go down this one by one and go through that. I think this is can be removed. Okay. Eight. There's I keep realizing, because what I realize I need to do recently is I need to create and overhaul a whole bunch of systems. And each time I do that, I've done 2 so far. This is the 3rd. And what I've been realizing is there's little portions of them that seem connected, but are actually their whole own distinct system to set up. I think I may have just discovered another one, which is the like goal management distinct from project management for me. Seems like it. I gotta get my phone to alter the shortcut I built real quick.
I'm so good.
Yeah.
I can have 2 bites of my German pancakes before heartburn sets in.
Okay. That is so good. Wonderful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty sweet. Oh, jeez. How are folks doing? Oh, Barry had to head out, but they'll be back. Sorry, I didn't see this right away. All right. Um, okay. I think I probably did that. Okay.
Okay,
Oh
that's
my.
good.
Oh, I just
What?
realized what I filled up my calendar with, and that I have another task to do that I forgot about.
Ah. Oh dear.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, oh, no, I can do that then. Okay. Um, then we decided we're going to take more pregnancy pictures today because my belly is more giant and we're just sitting at
Mm-hmm.
home. So, I mean, that's not true. We're doing lots of stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a thing we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Man, I hope I get to leave the house tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. There's sunshine shining on me.
What?
Yeah.
We actually had some sun yesterday. It just wasn't long enough or strong enough or high enough temperature to melt anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I told you today it's going to snow
Oh, so your sheet of ice will have
heavily.
snow on top of it.
Uh-huh. And we might have freezing rain after the snow as it's warming up on top of, so we might have a like a 3-layer cake of ice, snow, ice.
Ice, ice, baby.
Yeah, we've made that joke a few times. For people who don't know, that's one of my favorite pregnancy shirts I got. It said ice, ice, and has a arrow pointing down. But we would like to not have a baby in the ice, so we are
No,
kind of hoping I
let's
don't go
not
into
do
labor
that.
yet.
No.
I mean, it means I won't have my other support people there, for one.
Yeah.
And for two, it means we'll start it off very stressed by driving 90 minutes to get somewhere that is 30 minutes away because you have to drive so slowly on ice.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay, so what all is here? I think that can go away.
I don't know how this one's going to get done.
Okay. Yeah, so that, okay. Okay. All right. So then that means, okay. So,
That's weird. Hmm. Okay, so I ended up doing some adjustments to my calendar.
yeah.
Instead of the thing I said I was going to do right away. But I'm going to do that thing now because I really want to know what it says on my pre-infant checklist.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh,
All right. So then in the weekly goals, wait. Let's do this systematically. Yearly goals. Um, um,
Sorry, y'all. Pregnant people
It
got
wasn't
to
too loud.
eat.
Okay, yearly. Okay, so then
Oh, oops. Hmm. Oh, I did that.
that's the good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
well, like
feeling good?
I did that. I came across something I hadn't checked
Oh,
off, so I
yeah,
can
yeah.
celebrate that. Yeah.
Yeah, totally is. Okay. Oh, I have an after mat leave list and it only has one item on it, which makes me think it is incomplete.
Oh.
Do, 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 do. The rest of my list is in notes. Oh, I did those things.
Yeah.
Right. Because I'm reviewing a task list that I've been theoretically working off of. So, let's see. Oops. One has not happened, and at this point will not happen. Oh, I just remembered one. I'm guessing I did the really cool thing where I sent measurements in a text message and
Mm-hmm.
did not capture them on my list of a thing that I need to acquire.
Mm.
In fairness, it's because I thought maybe somebody else was going to acquire them for me. Okay. Copy. but I found the text message and copied the measurements. Yay.
Nice.
Um, let's see. Oh, this goes on the list that isn't actually on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on the list? Oh no, it's there. It just hasn't happened. Cool. Hmm. No, wait. Okay. What I don't have on this list are like the work things I wanted done before I was ready.
Mm.
And I probably should just make that. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my admin task I don't want to do, Sai, for sure.
Hmm.
I thought you might recognize it, but theoretically it
Oh
could have been
yeah. No,
something
it's very
iced in
familiar.
related. Yeah.
Okay, so yearly, wheel of the year, weekly, and daily. Those are all there.
Okay. So we had a bunch of food for Eric packed in the hospital bag.
No, it's gone.
We've been eating it while trapped in for ice because this new house doesn't really have any food storage in it yet for like
Ah,
long-term use.
yep.
We really haven't been going through like our stored food of like I have a bunch of Indian meals and like things like
Mm,
that
hmm.
and Mexican and the problem is heartburn. So
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to go there.
I prefer not to do that.
Yep. Let's see if I can ship this. And
Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds really good.
what?
Sliced apples
Hmm.
right now.
I uh I need to shift my body so that different parts of it become numb.
Well, I mostly have my hands that are numb.
Yeah.
Like, at what point is
Makes
this
it really
bad
easy
for
to
my
type.
circulation? And everyone's like, oh, it'll just disappear once the baby comes. I was like, okay, but like, can you reassure me there's not long-term damage happening?
Mm,
I did those. Oh, we did that. Did not do that one. I'm gonna set an alert.
need to go to the systems version.
I have no idea how long I've been on mute. I'm sure I did it to do a reminder and then I forgot to come back.
Oh,
Um, we just realized one of the tasks that we need to do. I didn't hear back. So I'm going to do an action that is. I'm going to set another reminder. Okay. Awkward tasks of asking people to watch our offspring in the event that something happens to us.
Mm-hmm. In my case, I have a now bachelor father-in-law who would do it. And it doesn't really fit with his lifestyle because he expected to retire at age this and now can't. And my brother-in-law, who is very happily childless, my sister, who is best served looking after herself, and that's it. And my parents, who are almost 70.
Right. My parents
My
are in their
mother-in-law,
70s.
who
So,
lives far away and also works and stuff. So.
yeah. And my mother-in-law, who is younger but in poor health.
Mm-hmm.
Because my parents are weirdos. Okay. I forgot the last action, which is writing it on a piece of paper and signing it.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I
It.
did that one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one that I want to do. Um, um, okay, I really need to be taking a break.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will probably just pick up with this one when I get back. But I think I'm getting close to being done with it. So that's good.
Good.
All
Good.
right. I will return shortly.
Mm-hmm.
See you soon.
I'm making a lot of progress with this. I'm very happy about it. It still has some anxiety provoking elements for me, but yeah, it is. There's definitely some progress being made. I'm definitely not at my I don't understand how am I going to conceptualize all this together. And I think I couldn't. I think I had to break it down. I think I've broken it down. Oh, Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I think that is good. This is working. Okay, now what I think I'm going to do is take a hard left into my projects. And just, I'm trying to figure out where to keep the information about this project template I want to have. And I think the answer is I don't really have a mechanism that will help it pop up in front of my face each time. What I do have is what I see in my projects that already exist. So I'm going to update all of those to this new project template that I want. And then when I look at making a new one, I'll go, hey, it doesn't look exactly like that. And that will remind me. But first, I'm going to make sure I go through these final notes of this other thing that I was just wrapping up. But that will be next. Okay, process these notes. Okay, I need to write a few shortcuts. That. Yeah. Okay. So I wrote it for the daily. Cuts for meaningful tears. So I have done daily. Okay, and then I can type. And maybe if I have time at the end of this, which I might, I can finish that off. But for now, I want to focus on this project thing. I think that's easier to do on my thing. And the shortcuts I can only do on my phone, and I don't want to give you guys nose cam. I'm sure you could survive it, but you know, it's better. Okay. Project, yes, that's what I'm doing. Project management. Okay, well, we'll sit on, oh, right. Create a tag for the queer agenda. Right. I think I will do that very quick. Did I already do that? Okay, new label. Okay. Okay, it's created. Enter the tag. The last task management system I used, or app rather, that I used was Things 3, and I really enjoyed that. A couple things I didn't like about it. One of the things that it did that was really dangerous for me is you could tier tags. I never quite got the hang of what that even meant, but it meant another detail that I could futz with, and it was dangerous. It was probably really cool and probably really helpful for a lot of people, but for me, it was like I could just sit there and fiddle with it for ages, and also still not understand it apparently. So I'm glad that things does, or I'm sorry, Todoist doesn't allow for the tiering, like the nesting, I guess, of tags, because it's just like, whoo boy. Okay, so memory record. That's gonna get that tag. And then, okay, so do I have that recorded anywhere? Certain that I do. Let's fix this. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. And I can very easily find all of the things associated with my snake because they're all together. So. Okay. Change the color of that. That's the right color now. Excellent. Cool. All right, so that is all. So then if I click on that, I will have all of those there. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Okay, that accidentally went a little long, but that's because I was discussing with my spouse and actually texting people about watching our offspring.
Good.
So, like, since we're not going to see anybody,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will see my sister, but she needs to discuss with husband and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I made progress on my actions.
Awesome. Good. Yes. I have been
How's your
making
stuff
progress
coming?
on my organization. Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, good.
Okay, back to my list. Ask Bianca. Yeah, we're both of the opinion that our parents are willing, but would prefer to be grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay, did I put that on my daily tasks?
Okay. All right. I have that recorded. Have a new label created, which is always fun. I have. Oh yeah, I was gonna go back to. So let me see here. What else is in this project remaining?
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Okay. I
there's
just
a
did
big
that.
one.
That's good. What? Oh, right. Right shortcuts, and I can't do that. Can't do that except on my computer, except on my phone, and then I would give people a nose cam. So I'm not gonna do that. You know what? I don't
Oh.
think that's full super project, so that can be checked off. So all I have to do left is set write shortcuts for the remaining goal tiers, and those are the simplest ones. So that won't take very long. And now I'm going to switch over to this tidying up the very last shreds of this project. And then I think I
What?
might do. Yeah, I think I might do the shortcuts now if I get this done in time. Because then just turn off camera or something. Because it genuinely will not take very much time. Okay. So what I'm doing next is I realized I wanted more data on my projects. And I was like, how am I going to remember to do this new template that I want to do? But I couldn't think of a way to organically have it come up and smack me in the face, which is my preferred method of,
Mm-hmm.
managing any kind of data. I do not want to have to remember to go find it anytime, any place, anywhere. The the bare minimum of like, oh, I'm going to Costco, so I pull up my Costco list, right? That kind of thing. But yeah, so what I realized is I need to update my current project data to reflect this new template I want. And then when I go to make a new project, I will go, hang on, I need to make it look like those old ones, and that will organically suggest itself to me. Hooray! And it's even more sun now.
We had a tiny glimmer of sun. We still do. It will melt nothing.
No, here either. It's let me check. It is minus
And even
7
if it did, it would just
Canadian.
make the ice denser.
It is 20 degrees in the foreign heats, as my dad likes to say.
Ah, that's not too far off of us. Oh no, we're up at 25. Mm-hmm.
Ah. Yeah. So, updating all of this, which is genuinely something I enjoy doing. Thank goodness, because if I didn't enjoy doing this, this would be awful. Okay, so all right. They just said that they enjoy doing this, and then suddenly their brain went, I don't want to do that. Thanks, brain. All right. I think you don't want to do it because that project seems not relevant to life right now, which is understandable. It's the project of taking notes on how these pants don't fit my cousin so that I can then take it apart, make a pattern for myself, sew the pants back together with the alteration so they do fit my cousin, and give them back. That is something that I'm looking forward to. I'm excited to have this pants pattern available to me, and I cannot express to you how little relevance that has to my current lifestyle of the last few days at the alternate housing while my bathroom is being renovated, and not being entirely confident that I get to move back into my home on Friday.
Oh,
I'm okay with this.
What has reduced this confidence?
My landlord texting me saying, when are you coming home? And me saying, Friday? And then my husband saying, you might want to say, and if that's not workable, we can find an alternative. So I said that, and then my landlord responded, okay, I will try and get it done. I'm going to try really hard to get it done by Friday. This is not entirely unexpected. To do the amount of work that they were expecting to do in 2 weeks is not entirely reasonable. But remember how my uncle was like, oh, it's going to take 2 months? I do not think that that's a very likely possibility. But when my husband and I were kind of like talking about like, okay, who can we like show up on their doorstep and be like, excuse me, we need room at the inn, metaphorically speaking. I said, so I don't think my parents have enough room, and I don't know that your dad has enough room. You know what would be hilarious is if we went to my uncle who said it's going to take 2 months and was like, hey, so it's not taking 2 weeks like you kind of said. Can we stay here? I would find that genuinely funny.
Yeah.
There
is that. I don't want to do a bunch of these things. Here's hoping. I would knock on wood if I had some nearby.
The head is always an option.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Okay.
What is a non-wordy, say, preferred date of completion? I mean, deadline, but like deadline has sort of other connotations.
I don't know the context, so I don't have any idea.
My projects, none of which really have any kind of external deadline to them, which is just the man, would it suck if it went beyond being completed by this amount, roughly this time.
Ideal deadline? Ideal date?
Hmm.
Um, I'm not sure. Oh, hey, we have an Ozok.
Hooray, Ozok! Hello. I'm afraid that I'm not. I'm out of sewing anecdotes this week. So
Ozok's intention is to stay awake through the next meeting and breakfast, and maybe look at the calendar.
Boy, yikes! Well, we accept any people in any state that they're in, but that sounds like it's rough. I'm gonna have to put my AirPods away and back in because they're not letting me switch. Stand by. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
You sound different, but I can hear you.
Yeah, it took a minute, but here we are. We're back. Okay, goal serving and timeline. That's the word I'm going to use.
Ozok says it's okay to be out of sewing anecdotes. Oh, we did have a request we forgot to say at the top, which was positivity is our goal. Keeping positive mindsets.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, obviously, whatever is real for you is real for you. And
for you, yeah,
true.
yeah. But
yeah,
if it's about our stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Uplifting and whatnot. Kind of like when I do the D&D campaign in the spring, I'm gonna be like, so.
Oh.
I'm not naming names, spouse, but I would really prefer it if we didn't have any, for example, cannibalistic player characters in this group. Spouse. I need you all to be like jolly and cheerful and upbeat and the good guys, unequivocally, because Jonathan has this habit of like, making characters that scheme me out, that scheme everybody out. Not intentionally, like he's not trying to bother anybody, but like, I have to have like just the classic hero with maybe a tragic backstory, but not too tragic, especially not involving children.
Yeah.
Okay, so timeline is the word we're using. I actually was almost going to shelve that project, except so okay, timeline.
Okay.
That's gonna have goal serving. And I realized that one of the things I want to do is have each project reference what goal it's serving. And I don't have any goals right now. I have none written for like yearly or the holiday one. But so I can't really update my projects to what goal they're serving if I don't have any goals to serve officially, at least.
Yeah.
So also, I had gotten a text a little while ago that the smallest human was asleep on daddy, and now I hear a very small voice, so I might be invaded again. Just so you know. But if I am invaded in such a way that makes me think I have to bail on the stream, I am going to do my shortcuts while I snuggle someone or whatever. So, okay, so goal serving.
There's a bunch of these that I'm like, does this go on the maybe list? And so I'm, so I'm bolding a bunch of these. I don't know. Some things I am just struggling to have any F's to give about it.
Indeed. Okay. So
We did that one.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm over this. Jen or not. Okay. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, okay. I did that. Oh, I had some quick 2-minute actions. I think I can just do those. Huh. Oh my.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that word is. So I'm saying I did it. Cool. I wrote the word scheduling. I wrote the phrase scheduling notes. I don't have the
Mm-hmm.
faintest idea what that's about.
Mm. Mm.
Oh. Oh, that's one we probably should harder. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take a stretch break, and when I come back, I am going to do some clearing out of my OmniFocus projects.
Cool.
All right, I will see you in a bit.
Cool. So, one of the things that I'm trying to do is to have a system where I am like, okay, what chunk of this project do I need to have done by what time in order to meet the hypothetical deadline associated with it that I would prefer to have? Because, as I was saying, none of my projects really have actual deadlines associated with them. And what I just did was I happen to have a sewing project here that actually does have a deadline that someone else is expecting me for. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, so this has a whole bunch of chunks, like literal chunks of a suit jacket, that exist. And I have 8 weeks until the deadline. So, and the chunks are 9. There's 9 sections. Now, they're not all the same size, right? So like there's one that's like about this big, there's one that's like half of a back, right? So it's not exactly like, but it's almost like I need to have at least one done every week from now until the deadline. So that's relevant. And a little scary. So I'm going to write a list of these. I mean, I did write a list. I'm just going to type this up. That's done now. Well, I'm coming to the end of it. I think I'm going to have to go before I'm done this because I need to get myself some food before the kids go down for their nap. Well, one now, the other one I did. But I am going to wait until Brittany is back to actually depart. Hello, listen small. No, you can't say hello because you can't be on the internet with your face. Hi, yeah, my precious. Listen, can you go back out to daddy? I'll be back with you in just a few minutes, I promise, okay? Because mama needs to wrap up this thing I'm doing for my brain. Okay. You're very cute. Okay. Nope, no, you can't type. You can't type. I know, love. I know. You're very cute. Go to daddy, please. Yes, go to daddy. I promise. Oh, dear. I will be out very soon, as soon as Brittany gets back. I think that's for the best anyway, because I couldn't really fully update these because I don't have the goals yet. New goals for all tiers. Today is the right day for that because I like to do my weekly goals for the ADHD Guild on Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah, projects, a lot more data. It's interesting because I used to have just the type, and then I add more and more things as I went along in my processing, because that's how that works. You figure out things that you need as you go along. All right. So since I'm off camera anyway, I'm gonna do that shortcut writing real quick. Daily. Let's see what I need for a weekly one. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do a new one. It's gonna be called Weekly Goal. What did I write here that I want? Well, yeah, I have actually. Okay, so text.
So I don't know if I can actually hear you because my AirPods keep making this disconnecting noise, but it says it's connected, but I can't tell.
Okay, I'm talking
Oh, I
now.
heard
Do you
that.
hear me?
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, that was really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I was gone, it was making connecting and disconnecting noises. It was
Mm.
something else. Yeah. So how's it going?
It's good. I'm gonna have to jump off now
Okay.
because it is that time for me. I was working on a shortcut, but I will finish that later. And I also need to write out note, add shortcut URLs to all under items. All
And
right. Well,
Ostock was early to a meeting on Zoom.
say what? Nice.
I know.
Very cool. All
That's
right.
great.
Well, I am going to text you how my review went for the description, and then we won't have
Perfect.
a description again for a minute. And thank you very much, everybody, for being here with me and Brittany. And I will see you guys next week, slightly later.
Yay! 9:15 a.m.
Yes.
Pacific,
Yeah.
12:15 Eastern.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yes.
everybody. Good luck. Bye.
Bye. Okay. I don't know how much I am just not able to do these as long as I used to. It's a whole thing. In fairness, part of it is that I'm tired of being trapped in an ice cave. But so I just don't have the stamina. But part of it is my whole brain, thing. So I'm going to review some of these projects. Oh. Hmm. I'm kind of hesitant to schedule co-working for myself because within the ADHD Guild, because then I have to cancel it if I go into labor. So yeah, I'm a little hesitant to use that particular thing. I'm wondering if it's worthwhile for me to just defer some of these things um, that I don't think I'll be doing for a while, or don't want to, that it's just not worth it to see in my system. Um, so I'm going to try doing that real quick. Oh gosh, why are you showing me these calendars? These are not the calendars I want to see. Hi, doll. Show me appointments. There we go. Oh my gosh. Um, um, that's probably about good. So my friend sent me this video. Oh, okay. That had parody of Full House with the Full House song in it. And for the last few days, occasionally I will just have the Full House song stuck in my head. Maybe I should tell him. He'd actually probably appreciate knowing how much he has tormented me. Because we have that kind of fun relationship. No, I want you to. Okay. I'm saying skip. Perfect. And I want to say skip again and skip again. I've got to, yeah, I think this is good. I'm going to go through a bunch of these and just say, I don't want to see you until March. Oh, we are in March now. Perfect. Yeah, that one I don't want to see till March. So I'm just going to skip it a bunch of times. No, I don't think that's what I meant to do. Skip. Show me projects. Yeah, I think this is good. It's not the reviewing stuff, but it is like, oh, I am reducing the noise that I will be dealing with while I am on leave, which I think has some validity. Right. one of them needs to happen one more time. So I will do it because it is a less than 2-minute action. Okay, taking care of things. Do 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 do. That's not a real song. Oh, good. I posted the last weekly goals here. It's not a big deal, except it becomes very obvious that I didn't do a bunch of the things on it when it's sitting right next to the other one. Oh, I got some things I can delete. Looks all right. Yay! Okay. Which means I can check it off now. Skip. This is just I've got some guild journeyman meeting running tasks like that are recurring. And I'm just not going to be doing them for a month and a half. So it makes sense to skip them. I think that one's going to be okay if I skip it early. Oh, that is correct. Okay, in my head, the 21st is the last day of January, which is not how that works at all. But it is a little bit for me. And so I was like, wait, why does it still say January? It's because it's still January. Because that's how dates work, not the way they work in my head. Okay. I'm a little. Oh, you need to be dropped. Hey. Perfect. Uh-oh, I have two of these. Drop. Okay. Oh, I have more than two of them. There we are. Okay. Uh, uh, what about that task? Oh, I'm going to skip that one. Skip it again. Where did it go? It just appeared. Okay, here we are. Just skipping a whole month's worth of stuff. Well, month and a half. Why do you keep saying the same date? Uh, it says repeat from completion date, which doesn't even make any sense for this task. That was the wrong way. There we go. Okay. Oh, right. This has a back button. My favorite thing about new OmniFocus. Oh, I did that. Did that. You do not need to be flagged. You don't need to be flagged either. Oh, those are some other things I wanted to have done. Those are not done at all. Um, I don't know if any of those things will actually happen, but they are highly desirable things to have happen. Oh, wow. I'm close to the end of this time segment. Um, right, that one has to be separate. Yeah, I don't really want to be seeing these while I'm on leave. Oh. Hmm. Oh, and I can skip one more time. I actually like this view. This is a lot more organic. Okay. I did that thing. Go me. I didn't really review the project, but I reviewed repeating tasks, which is good too. Not as much as I'd hope to do, but I'm starting to fade on this one. I don't know how much longer I can do it. Okay. Okay. I did that. Um, right. I am getting ready to wrap up because, yeah, energy is the thing. What I really want you to do here is it's also possible that I may join for another review, at least for a little while, just to say, oh, I can see which contexts, which projects are even relevant to me at this point, and I might have better eyes than just what I'm guessing with right now. Sort of like, well, we can set up the baby's room only so much, and then we'll actually have one and know what we really need, you know. That would be different. And so it's probably also good to do it where it's clear. It'd be nice to have it done in advance, obviously, because then I won't have to see things that aren't relevant. But there's also something to be said about having a better handle on what will be relevant when I'm actually in it. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I have really appreciated it. Hopefully you got some good stuff done. I know I did some good reviewing. As always, I would have loved more, but I got to quit when I'm fading, or otherwise I just sit here not getting a lot done. So thank you so much. Hope you had a good one. Have a great time next week with Colleen at 9:15 Pacific, 12:15 Eastern. And yeah, good luck. I'll see you when I can.